Jarrod, do you follow football?
I do.
Yeah.
Not nearly that much, but I haven't done a fantasy league in like 10 years.
Really?
And I think I made the mistake of doing because I was kind of into football and I was getting into soccer, so I did a soccer fantasy league and a football fantasy league, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
It just burned me out on both, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't know.
You just don't set picks for like 10 weeks.
Yeah, dude.
And I just ended up, it was me and like 2 other guys, and I ended up bottom of it, but it didn't fucking, they weren't even that, nobody was serious about it.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, you're the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do it. I tried doing it. Was it last year or the year before?
Last year, I think.
It was last year. Well, when On the Rocks was still going on.
Yeah.
So that was last year.
Yeah.
And I tried doing that for the football season, and like 4 games into it, I'm like, this is too hard. I give up. And I didn't even come in last place. I came in second to last place, and I just gave up completely.
I couldn't keep up with it. At that time I was kind of getting out of football even, and was just like, I don't know. And so now it's even that the Bears are, the last couple years, the Bears have like, ooh, this is, but it's been like that for the last, whatever, at least
every
6 years.
football fan.
Yeah.
So Bears is your team.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and has been. And so that's the other thing, because I've been born and raised here. So people are like, well, why the Chicago Bears? Both of my parents are from the Chicago area, well, from Illinois. And so it was the
And
default.
that's the team to go for.
Yeah. So that's who I was raised, on going for. And it was my mom over my dad. Only like the last couple years, my dad's been like a football fan. Mm-hmm. Before that,
Do you just have like a Ditkiss jersey that's being handed down?
No, we had a
no, my screen name has been Buck Ditkiss forever.
Ditkiss? Nice. No, it's it was at one point framed. I actually don't know. It's in my shed right now, but it's a framed 86 Super Bowl like whole, not collage, but like a thing from like the
Like a quilt.
No, it's like a printed out thing, but it's like a poster basically. Mm-hmm. Like it's part of like a poster that was like
a commemorative.
Yeah, commemorative, exactly.
Gotcha. It's got like signatures on it and shit.
It's not signed, but I do have other stuff that's signed, and I've met Walter Payton twice.
Ooh.
Yeah, in the same day actually, because my mom's crazy and followed his helicopter to another super Kmart. And we met him at his helicopter.
Wait. Followed his helicopter to a super Kmart?
Fucking Goodfellas.
Yeah, right.
Like Henry Hill.
So we not only got to the first super Kmart, like butt-ass early, we're like the 4th people in line or something, at the first one, and for the signing for him, and got a picture with him. He's like signed, I have like a couple cards and whatever. Me and a buddy of mine at the time, he signed our cards and then took a picture with us. But actually, I think he's like even just sitting down at the one picture. Mm-hmm. And then my mom was like, "Oh, that was good, but I kind of wanted a picture like with him like standing there, and he was behind a table signing a bunch of shit." And so she's like, "Well, what do you guys think about driving to the other one and trying to see him again?" And I was like, "All right, yeah." And so she like hauled ass to the south side and like beat his helicopter there, and we parked like, I don't know, 50 feet from his helicopter or something, and like walked past like the firefighters are just chilling there, like in case anything goes wrong, but they were just like, all right.
Just watching you guys.
Like, excuse me.
Yeah. No, I've got important.
This is important, sir.
Boys need to meet him again, yeah. And so yeah, he like was like, a couple feet off of his helicopter and like fucking grabbed us both and like grabbed our ribs and was like tickling us, but like not in a creepy way, but just in like a fucking it was like, hey, what's up, guy?
I was trying to get you guys to smile a little.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's an odd way. You could just be like, smile.
No,
yeah.
doing a side poke and you're like,
yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck?
Walter.
I'd be mad. I don't even let my girlfriend do that.
He was sweetness,
Yeah, well, you're autistic.
Sweetness. Who likes getting poked in the ribs? I mean,
I don't know. It was
Walter Payton?
It was surprisingly a hard tickle, It was
it's Walter Payton.
It's Walter Payton.
Yeah.
One of the toughest football players ever. That's
Put on a
fucking crazy.
montage of
And-
Walter Payton.
And I wish I would have
no.
brought a picture of it because I didn't even really plan to talk about it. But I have in the picture, I have like totally like the Conan O'Brien fucking
Wave
red hair, wave fucking in my hair.
You know he knew he met you already.
Yeah, oh yeah, probably, yeah.
He's like, I bet this
He's
is
like,
a-
Jesus Christ,
yeah.
she's crazy.
Like,
yeah,
this kid stands out.
I've seen this kid.
yeah.
I just saw this kid.
Yeah. So yeah, that and then I saw Donovan McNabb, which is totally unrelated.
Was he drunk?
No, well, I don't know. So
I don't know.
well, so when I worked at a hotel, I worked at Embassy Suites, and I was changing an air filter in the men's room, and this guy walked in wearing a McNabb jersey, but looked a lot like McNabb. I was like,
That's wild. McNabb wearing his
In
own
his
jersey
own
out.
jersey, dude.
So,
It had
I was
to
like-
be- it had to be like a signing or something. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
guess.
it had
I
to
mean,
be.
Yeah.
he was. I don't remember why he was staying there, but it was so weird because I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And I didn't want to say anything to him. He's taking a piss or whatever.
Yeah,
And I
that's
was-
the worst place to start a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, "What the fuck?" That looked a lot like Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
So I go up to the front desk and I'm like, "You're not gonna believe who I just saw in the bathroom." And he goes, "You're not gonna believe who just checked in." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Donovan McNabb." I was like, "Well, that's who I just saw." And so that was him. Like, holy shit,
Bro.
that's weird.
That's crazy. Dude, he took the fattest shit ever.
Bro, Bill
I had to plunge
Walton.
the toilet. That's another story, actually.
Bill
Wait,
Walton. What?
No, so he didn't. But ZZ Top, I actually plunged their toilet.
No
I met
way.
Frank Beard. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Dude, that's what I met
Was
somebody.
Frank Beard, was he the drummer?
Yeah,
The guy with no
ironically
beard, his
doesn't have
name
a
is
beard.
Frank
Yeah.
Beard.
Who's
Right.
the most
Yeah.
famous person you met in a bathroom?
Probably my boss at Lowe's.
Oh, that sucks.
He shook my hand right after he took a piss.
Oh, dude, mine was Bill Walton. I'm taking a piss, and I was like, "Damn, the guy next to me is tall." And I like looked over. I was like, "Holy fuck, that's Bill Walton."
Then you looked down and you went, "Holy fuck, that's Bill Walton's
And I
hog."
just finished my piss. We both washed our hands at the same time. I went up to him when we both left the bathroom. I was like, "Mr. Walton, I would love if I could get an autograph from you, and
What did he say?
and get a picture." And he was like, "Meet me after the game.
Okay.
Meet me. Come down after the game and meet me." And then I walked down, and the security guard was like, "Nah." And then Bill Walton was like, "Come here."
Here.
And, yeah, my dad was like, "Go."
Okay, so you plunged Frank Beard's toilet.
So yeah, exactly, yeah.
So Frank Beard took a fat shit.
I don't know if he did, but I guess so.
Somebody did.
He was the only person. He was the only one in the room.
Okay.
And I didn't even realize it was him for like, I don't know, until I came back out because he was sitting. There's always like the cuck chair or whatever.
Yes.
And he was sitting there reading a newspaper, so I didn't even really see his face. And he goes, "Ah, yeah, the toilet's clogged." And I go, "Oh, okay." I didn't even really think about it, and then plunged the toilet, and he like stood up and he goes, is it all clear now? I was like, yeah. He goes, "Oh, thank you, yeah." And this was like, all right, and I was like, that guy looks really fucking familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And it was another thing because the next day, my boss was a huge ZZ Top fan.
Really?
And he goes, "ZZ Top's staying here." And I go, "No shit." I was like, "I'm pretty sure I met Frank Beard then last night." He goes, "What? And you didn't tell me?" Well, he's
It was kind of a compromising
yeah,
situation.
yeah. And I
in
was
the
like,
mirror.
it was kind of weird. And I was like, and so he used to call him 10200s over the radio. So that you'd be like, "Hey, the toilet's clogged," like over the radio if you're in public or whatever.
Right.
So it was a code. It was the only one we had a code for. Otherwise,
Well, yeah, because you can't just be like, "Toilet's clogged."
yeah, shitter's
They were
clogged.
like,
Like,
shitter's full.
Yeah,
"Shitter's full."
yeah. So
Both of you at the same time.
Shitter's full.
yeah.
I love Christmas Vacation. That's crazy that that's the only one that has a code.
Yeah,
That's crazy that there's just codes.
yeah, right.
I mean, you
There's-
gotta have codes.
and I don't know how they came up with that code either, because it doesn't pertain to anything
It's a
else.
bad
or-
code, yeah.
Yeah, 10200. Yeah.
10200. Oh no, that'd be cool if it was like
200.
80,085, because then it could be boobs. Anyway, that's cool. I've never really met anybody famous, really.
Really?
No,
Brian Callen.
I met Brian Callen, yeah, but like I'm talking like McNabb's a fucking superstar.
Oh,
Frank
yeah,
Beard,
dude.
a fucking superstar.
I was thinking about that. What's another quarterback that you could see just walking around in his jersey other than McNabb? Like, that is a very
Somebody
McNabb
who's like
thing
that?
to do. Yeah.
I feel like Dante Culpepper would have done that.
I feel like Russell
Might
Wilson
have.
would do that.
I feel like Russell
or
Wilson-
Jameis Winston might.
Yes.
I would love to meet Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
Russell
might.
Wilson.
So I'm also I'm not so much like the last 10 years or so. I kind of haven't been following him nearly as much, but growing up I was a big FSU fan. And Bobby Bowden, and so I got into him because of Warwick Dunn, and started following him and followed his career through Tampa and all that. But yeah, solid. And I was trying to think if I don't know. I've been to Tampa Bay Stadium. Haven't been to Florida State because that's up in Tallahassee, and I was in Tampa. We flew to Tampa to meet to stay with a friend of my dad's for a week. And Florida is as muggy as they say. I went there middle of summer, and it was straight sticky. Yeah, you literally, it's so frustrating to get out of the shower and dry off and still be wet. You're just I can't get fucking dry. What the fuck is this?
I know, dude. It's kind of bad. I think that right now in Tucson it's kind of bad. I've taken 3 showers today. Dude, I've taken 3 showers
I took
today.
2 just because. So earlier I fucked with insulation all day, overhead insulation. My face is still kind of
itchy.
Yeah, but the rest of me, yeah. I wore a big hat and fucking had to. I put on a flannel and put up my collar and shit, so it wouldn't get too bad. But I'm also not. I don't have too bad a reaction to insulation, so I usually end up being the one to put it in. I don't know it happens all that much, but probably once a year.
Are you on, by chance, on your Instagram reels? You get a lot of blue collar reels. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so do I. And I've seen so often the guys working with insulation, and they're just laying in it, legit, up in the roof, laying in insulate to make a silly video, a silly blue collar. Isn't this funny?
That's crazy.
and the rest of their day is fucking hell.
That's
they're
dude.
laying in glass.
Dude, when I had my truck, if I leaned on my truck bed, I would have a shitty day. Just leaned on it. If I'm getting gas and I'm let me just take a load off for fucking 30 seconds, and then the rest of the day my arm is itchy and my day's fucking ruined.
That's bad because you don't even realize that that's what it's from.
Nope.
So why does my fucking arm is so goddamn bad?
Yep.
Dude, so bad. I remember my dad's old truck. That we would
the
use,
fucking unlined beds.
Bro, that we would use to go riding on the weekends. Load the dirt bikes up in that, and then halfway through to get to the desert, you're fuck. Yeah. It's all over me.
And dude, so one of the worst reactions I've had to insulation was there's these new rebars that are made of fiberglass. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even really think about it. It was just this. It was this new rebar, and I was looking at it. It's it's so lightweight, and I was messing with it for a minute, and then I put it back and didn't really think about it. And later, I'm what the fuck? My hands itch crazy. I was just oh, and I was fuck. I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Gloveless.
Yeah. So that's usually the one thing. As I'll usually wear gloves because you're handling it so much. Mm-hmm. But today I was up in the ceiling and pushing it up and shit. So I wore a mask and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't wear eye protection because fuck my eyes, right? But these are my safety goggles.
Yeah,
you get safety goggles.
So often, I joke that a lot of people would wear their glasses to see. Half of the reason I wear mine is for the eye protection because I've had so much shit fly at my eyes, not even always working. I've had fucking just tree branches come and slap my fucking glasses. I could have lost an eye. I was driving to a job one time and I had a fucking tarantula hawk fly into my glasses.
Oh.
Dude, straight out it came out the window and I heard tink and then it landed on my glasses. And I saw, on my chest, I'm driving, and I see that light blue tail. I'm what the fuck? What? And I had just seen the thing with the...
Cause a 10-car pileup.
Yeah.
Well, that is a universal thing when a bug's on you. Everybody goes
dude.
Ugh!
Yeah.
Dude, even because if you can't see it and you see a flash of something blue, you're
What is that?
Dude, and I had just seen the fucking with Coyote Peterson or whatever.
Oh,
where he gets
yeah.
intentionally stung by shit.
God.
And he just did the fucking one with the tarantula hawk.
Yeah,
so I was
that's the
oh
guy.
fuck, I know what that color is. And I was
Yeah.
I smacked it down and just held it under my foot until I had to make a couple more turns into this complex. I was luckily not too far away from where I was going, but so I just held it under my foot. and like parked, and then like looked, and it was kind of mashed into my fucking floorboard or whatever. And I looked at it, and sure as shit, yeah, it was kind of a mashed
That's scary, dude.
tarantula hawk, dude.
Those orange wings freak me out, dude. If they're like get near me, I'm like, ugh. What's weird about it is that when they fly around, they don't bother me as much as when you see them crawling around. Yes. When you see them like,
yeah,
just like anything like that, I'm like, dude, that's fucking scary.
You know what was fun though? When I was a kid, with those beetles that would fly around, those big
Palo Verde beetles.
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. You go in the backyard on a good summer day. It's war against the Palo Verde beetle.
Oh yeah,
bro, you get a wiffle ball bat, and dude, where I used to live, Chantilly and 7th Street.
Okay. What about for the listeners or the watchers? What is that?
It's right by Park Place Mall.
Okay.
Oh, no shit, okay.
Yeah.
That's my parents' neighborhood.
Yeah, they for some reason, dude, every summer there'd be hundreds of those in our backyard. And I'd go to fucking town.
You said it's right by the Park Place Mall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because they love street lamps. And there's tons of parking lot street lamps by the mall. Yeah. And like thousands of those things fly around.
And I just doink them, dude.
Ding.
Punk, punk.
Dude, those things aren't like I've captured those beetles. I love bugs. Bugs are awesome.
Yeah.
But like what I was gonna say before is that regardless of the bug, if you can't see the bug and something touches you, you freak the fuck out. I hate it. I love bugs. Like I'll pick up tarantulas all the time and just like let them crawl on me. I've tried to catch scorpions, but they kind of, I don't actually want to get stung. So I'm like, that's cool. It's over there. That's fine. But like if a moth touches my ear, dude, I turn into fucking Rain Man immediately. I'm like,
that noise sends me through the fucking wall.
I hate when you're in like an enclosed
space. It sounds like the outro to an Aerosmith song.
I turn into fucking Rain Man, dude. Legit. I turn into Rain Man getting a hug, bro. Fucking. I start punching things near me. Shit. Yeah, I go full autist.
I'm drinking this really fast, and I should.
I'm like he's more than halfway done with mine.
It's really nice drink.
You gotta get the electrolytes before you get the beer.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So I'm not big on bugs. I'm not too afraid of them, but I'm also not one to just go, hey, little guy, and pick up, especially tarantulas, spiders. I won't kill a spider if it's not bugging me, but I don't, I'm not one to search them out.
Yeah.
But it's funny with scorpions. I hadn't really seen, growing up, I've lived here all my life and hadn't really seen scorpions too much. But I saw one out in Sarita in this dude's garage. He was just talking about him too. And I was cleaning up this cardboard and I saw something move, but it looked like clear kind of. So I thought it was the wind had taken a piece of tape or something at first.
Oh, yeah.
And I bent down like to go see what it was. And I was like, what the fuck? And I saw like a tail kind of curl up. I was like, oh, nope.
Nope.
And I went in and asked the dude, I was like, hey, you were talking about scorpions? He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, I got some spray. It's on the shelf out in the garage. And I was like, which corner? Like, so I didn't have to like go back by it or try to find it again. So I was like, okay, well, I was like, there's one out there. So if it messes with me, I was like, I'll spray it. But I didn't end up fucking with it. But there was this other time I was cleaning up this house, we sometimes we'll put down like paper, like a rosin paper or like ram board or something. I think this might even been like a thicker ram board. And I think I'd actually picked it up the day before. And I thought I was picking up like little pieces off this carpet. And I picked up a little piece of it and I put it in my hand and I looked at it and it uncurled and it was a tiny baby scorpion. That was just like brrrt. I was like, nope. And just like,
oh, get away.
And I was wearing jeans and I just
aren't they more poisonous?
Supposedly.
Yeah, when they're
that's what they say.
Like all of them.
Just been hatched because it was like that. It was like
a tiny little thing.
Like
Yeah. Supposedly they're more venomous if they're babies because they can't control the excretion of their venom.
I would think that's probably like.
That's like being 13 and saying, "Sorry guys, I come too much."
Too much cum.
Too much cum. I'm out of control. Can't control my cum. I always like. I did grow up like seeing lots of bugs because again I did seek them out. I was like that kid in the wash just turning over rocks and shit, just ruining like the backyard and not realizing like, oh, backyard's supposed to look nice, but I was just like flipping over all the rocks and just like leaving them, and it would leave like dirt that's under the rock like exposed, and it looked like shit all the time. But I was always like looking for scorpions. I actually went after my parents divorced. I was living at the Ventana Apartments, which is in like northern Tucson, kind of in front of the Catalinas, and it was right next to a golf course. And I would go out like. The entrance to the golf course, there was like this little wash that was lined with rocks that were intentionally placed there. Yeah. And I would just lift them up and just look for whatever was under there, and I would try to catch it, put it in a Tupperware, and I would fight them. I would fight like black widows and scorpions, like a lizard and a scorpion, or like whatever bug I could find. And then after a while, I think I did that for like, I don't know, a month straight, like after school. I would just go and overturn rocks. And then my mom would be like, hey, I'm getting complaints from the apartment that you're ruining the facade of the wash. And I was like, what do you mean? And like when she put it that way and she like walked with me over there to like point out what she was talking about, it's literally just tons of like jagged rocks like thrown everywhere and like rolled down the hill and stuff, because I was just like looking for little bugs. Yeah. And then I had to put them all back.
Connor was 14 when this was happening.
Yeah.
I was 13. No, I think I was probably like 10 or 11.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good. 10
that sounds about stuff, that age.
Yeah.
10 or 11, because that's right when my mom met my stepdad at those apartments. So
good stuff.
Yeah, dude, fucking love bugs.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the PS2, and then go look for
bugs.
Yeah.
You get bored because you can't land a trick, and you're like, I'm gonna look for some scorpions. I just can't get this line,
and I can't find the last tape. It's fucked.
God, I can't hold a manual to save my life. I'm gonna look for some arachnids.
I'm gonna find a scorpion. Hopefully, I get bit. It'd be so cool to go to school.
Yeah, I never got bit.
You never
got bit by nothing. I used to catch snakes too, so that was cool. Rattlesnakes and like bull snakes, garden snakes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I was like a little Manny Puig from
I'd only do
Wild Boys.
I'd only do garter snakes. And king snakes.
King snakes
one
are
time
awesome.
I was trying to pick up this king snake at my friend Matt's house, and then it bit Matt because he was getting too egregious with it. I was trying to
be a big dummy,
really nice with it, and lure it in with friendship and kindness. And Matt just fucking went in there rough and picked it up from the midriff.
Oh
no!
Just turned around and grabbed him. I was like, you gotta be like, where are you gonna go? All right, I'm gonna follow you.
No,
tail.
you either go tail or head.
Like that's
you don't go in the middle. What are you doing?
We're
I don't know
like
much, but I know not to go in the middle.
No, don't go in the middle.
Don't go head. We're 9.
You never go mid snake.
Yeah, we
never go mid snake.
We've been watching Wild Boys. Like, you know this.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Manny Puig, he says.
Yeah.
So you went more Manny Puig than fucking Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, I was sad when Steve Irwin died.
Yeah.
I remember being in 8th grade when learning that he died, and I was like, damn, that's sad.
Yeah, I was in like 3rd grade. It didn't matter to me.
Because I wanted to be a crocodile. I wanted to be like a zoologist.
I think
I wanted to, when I was like 14 or 15, my mom, to try to keep me out of trouble, was trying to send me to like, she wanted me to work at Reed Park for like a volunteer thing during the summer.
To do that for
and I never did it, but she really was like just trying to keep me out of trouble, and like, because she couldn't take care of me all the time and like watch over me. And she did the same thing with like boxing. She tried to get me to sign up for a boxing gym, and then I just told her that I was going and training for boxing and just like doing drugs. So
in the wash,
in the wash, I was in the wash doing drugs, looking for bugs.
Yeah. Now, I was gonna say with turning over rocks, at what point did you learn to turn them this way and not fucking just pop them up, or did you still just?
I just, no matter what, I like lifted it up this way, but I always kept a wide base. You know, and I kept my hands like at the ready to like just move out of the way.
Yeah, because I would just be like, and just
don't lift from underneath the rock.
Yeah. Well, so I would, but there was a minute where I just be like, and see, I still, I was doing remodeling shit. I end up putting my hand in places, most people maybe wouldn't, or whatever, and just be like, I need to hold on to here and just blindly just lift myself up. Too many times I've reached into a fucking wall that hasn't been opened in 30 years. I'm just like, what's in here? Oh, look, there's a beer can down in here. Like, let's see if it's still good.
That's wild, dude. That's
I more than I should. I don't do it a lot, but like
Yeah,
I've done
some
it in
of
front of
those-
other people, and they're like, "Whoa!" Like,
Yeah.
Some of those
But
old houses, dude, if you're redoing a sink or something in a bathroom, you gotta watch out if you're sticking your hand in the wall because there
So-
might be fucking like old ass razor blades and
So
shit.
that
in
I
there.
realized that was a thing. I don't know, that's probably like 6 years ago. We redid a bathroom, and yeah, I did. There was still they had the medicine cabinet that had a little
has a
slit in
thing,
it,
yeah.
and you just fucking
I forgot that that's what those were for.
It's a
yeah.
real thing, dude. Yeah, they used to
so
just
crazy.
put into the wall.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
into
so
like that
crazy.
was the receptacle. Was like who's gonna?
Yeah.
It's in the wall.
Yeah, there's one of those in my current
How are
house
you
right
gonna-
now. There's just a little slit in the bottom, and you just.
Yeah, you could.
But I
use it.
don't do that.
You could,
obviously.
and I bet you, there's razor blades.
There's
in your
Oh, I
wall.
Probably
guarantee
razor
it.
blades. Yeah.
I've opened up probably half a
guarantee
dozen
it.
bathroom walls that, have a fucking little stack of them or whatever.
Yeah.
Little rusty razors in the bottom of them.
that are from God knows what is on that.
My
So I
God,
mean, I don't reach, grab those up or nothing. I'm not crazy like that. But I just,
Yeah.
And like I said, even with opening up walls and shit, you never know what you're gonna find. And for the most part, it's nothing too interesting. I've found coins that are from like the year that it was last opened. I've seen like little notes or somebody write something on the wall.
Right, yeah.
Like, whatever, fucking O'Donnell family, 97.
Yeah.
And shit, like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, our big thing that we had
O'Donnell.
at my house
O'Donnell rules.
that I lived in with my dad in high school, the big artifact was a bumper sticker from like the Forrest Gump movie. It said Bubba Gump Shrimp Co. and it was up in the closet next to my dad's room.
Nice.
And we just like left it up there because we thought it was funny.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just every time we opened it, Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Yeah, I know. At my old house, dude, there was this. So in my closet, like my dad built like this shelving unit, right? But it didn't go all the way back. There
So
was like
good.
this gap
Yeah, right.
on top. Like if you went on top of the shelving unit, there was like this gap that was just like nothing, because it was a not a walk-in closet, but you open your closet and then there's like side in there, but it's covered with wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So like he made shelves. I don't know how else to describe that.
That's kind of a
There's
return wall.
there's
Yeah,
side
return
in
wall.
there,
Yeah.
but
There
it's
you go.
covered in wall.
A little return wall. So the shelving unit was like behind the return wall, like to its side.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So that
yeah.
way I could look into the side and have all my hats. Like that's what it was for. And then, but it didn't go back all the way. But it was like he put it like in the wall. Like it wasn't going anywhere. Like it's probably still there today. But I know. I just any toy that broke, I put it. I was like, that's the broken toy.
Those are
Like,
my razor
that's the
blades. So I'm
greatest
just
Yeah,
throwing them back
the whole
there.
that's what
graveyard
it
of
back there.
toys in
So
the
there's
fucking
probably
wall.
like multiple Spider-Man, the little dirt bike dudes. Like there's probably 7 Ricky Carmichaels in there. A couple Travis Pastranas didn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of army men that I shot in the backyard with a BB gun.
Yeah.
Just headless army men and armless. Just like they just went through hell.
Nice.
Dude, nothing was better than BB gun with army men. I still think about doing it.
Just do it. What's stopping you?
Because it's good target practice. 2, it's super fun to be like, let's go see the damage I did. And 3, you set up like a little war. Like I looked up like what was the Battle of the Bulge setup, and like did that.
recreated that.
Yeah, and then
That's
just
wild.
fucking sniped them from afar in my
Fucking
backyard.
the best stone reenactment.
yeah, yeah, dude. Like
Like it was
legit.
Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
It's cold as hell out there. Yeah, well, at least we ain't in Bastogne.
No, I would do that. I'd pack a little bag with like food in it. When I was like 7, dude, for some reason, I think it was probably because of all the World War II documentaries I was watching at that
At
age.
7 years old.
Dude,
Yeah, that is nuts.
7 to like 9. My grandpa was like,
Nice.
I think you mic'd it. That's-
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry, guys.
Gotta get the
damn it.
audio in there.
but yeah. So
I tried to. It'll get more views on this episode. I hate that it works, but it does.
you still going strong on the TikTok with that?
Sometimes, every so often.
when he's
Every
got
so
a good
often.
one.
Yeah. When he's got a good one,
Yeah.
he'll submit a good one.
No,
Yeah.
but-
The ones from the podcast, they get like 500 likes a piece, and I'm like, I can't believe this, dude. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so
nuts.
stupid. I mean, I'm not knocking you guys for liking them.
They know it's silly.
Well, it's
you
fucking.
gotta know it's silly. If
Yeah, because
you're
they're
into
cracking
farts.
stick to it.
Yeah, come on. You gotta know like a little bit. There's gotta be part of you that's like, this is crazy. I've lost my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to my grandpa showing me World War II stuff. He would play the History Channel all day, so I'd watch.
You're talking
World
Marshall?
War. No, not Marshall. My actual grandfather.
Oh,
Not my
okay.
step grandfather.
Step grandpa.
Yeah, but more of a father to my mom, Marshall, than my grandfather was. But my grandfather was more of a
All right,
grandfather.
too deep.
Yeah. It's a grandfather.
Backpedal.
It's a grandfather checkerboard.
Right.
I had a step grandpa too. I get it.
So do I. My step grandpa,
Yeah.
he was more of a dad to my mom than her real dad.
Yeah, but your grandpa though was more of a grandpa to you.
No, my step grandpa was.
Oh,
Yeah.
not same.
My real.
We same, but different.
Same, but different. Anyway, too much info.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But,
Sorry.
okay, yeah, so-
Sorry. This electrolyte drink is
I
getting
know.
me.
I'd watch a lot of World War II stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that's probably where that started. And then he got me a BB gun when I think I turned, I think it was 8. I turned 8. He gave me a BB gun, and
Nice.
then I just would recreate
Went to town.
wars.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do like bunkers too. I do World War One shit. I do
Just fucking fixing
Yeah.
divots. Just
Revolution style, which isn't as fun.
No.
to be
No,
honest.
it's not.
But it was cool because you could act like it was cannonballs. Because usually you'd shoot one person and like 13 of them would fall because the guy goes flying.
Okay.
You know, so you could be like, "Cannon, I'm using a cannon." You'd have to
And where would this cannon come from? Because you had a BB gun. But
the
like,
BB gun. You'd have to imagine that it's now a cannon because they're all lined
Right.
up.
I forget.
And when
there
you
is
line it,
imagination.
yeah, when you line up all these army
Gotta
men,
be
you
in
shoot
there.
Yeah, but
one
once
with
you
the
start
BB
wanting
gun.
pussy, your imagination goes out the window.
I mean, not for us.
I mean, kind of, dude. I used to be so imaginative when I was a kid.
Oh well,
And
yeah.
then puberty hits, you're like,
I mean, yeah. I remember playing
I ain't ever coming out of my room for another reason.
full basketball games. I played by myself. Like I played a full NBA Finals, just me on the court.
Okay, but was this before you got pussy?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Why-
That's
no,
my
I'm
point.
agreeing with you. With
Oh,
that
okay,
statement.
okay.
Yeah, I'm saying like, do you remember that
Uh,
when you were a kid? And just
I-
like
so-
3, 2, 1.
No.
so I was never quite that active, but I did recently find a couple years ago. I found a whole book of like cheat codes and stats from like I played like college football and had like every stat from how many tackles. I was using Pittsburgh Steelers at that point, and I remember I had Greg Lloyd as like my leading.
yes. Steel City.
Yeah. I figured you'd appreciate but so yeah, I was big on Greg Lloyd, and just remember seeing like I had like all these stats written down and
Yeah,
shit.
you know what's sad? I don't even know who Greg Lloyd is.
Really? Oh,
No,
dude, he's
who's Greg
a
Lloyd?
great mid '90s, early '90s linebacker for.
I know who he is.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he was like a fucking huge linebacker.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah. We're like the
Can we
neck
get a
roll
picture
and
of
shit.
Greg Lloyd up?
Yeah.
Let's
think-
see what
who are
this
you
grizzled
talking to?
man looks
I think
like.
Ty might be dropping the kids off.
Oh, Ty's
I
got
was just like, who
Yeah.
are you talking to? Who?
He's dealing with something.
damn.
Yeah, we have an
Gremlins.
actual producer who is peeing half the time.
He's pee pee poo poo.
Pee
Yeah.
pee poo poo.
I didn't even know he was listening. I thought he was just doing his own thing in there.
Sometimes he does. Hey Ty, were you cracking stick?
What's that mean?
You know what it means.
Jerking off?
Yeah.
No, I was taking a pee.
Oh, would you do us a favor? Can you look up Greg Lloyd Steelers?
Please already know who that is, and you nailed it with 2 G's. No,
Right
it's
there.
1 G.
Yeah, he was a fucking huge dude.
Oh yeah. Oh
a
my gosh.
big boy.
What a picture. Him
Big
on the
boy.
him
On
sitting
the
on
helmet,
helmet.
that's kind
him
of.
sitting on the helmet. It's honestly badass as fuck.
Yeah, he was.
Dude.
He was honestly. He was like James Harrison before James
Yeah,
Harrison. He was.
Yeah, no, for real.
Fucking
Yeah.
stacked.
Where'd he go to
dude.
college? Florida State?
No, actually, I don't know where he went to college.
He didn't even go to college.
Probably not. Dude, back then there were guys like that.
Oh,
They were just
definitely,
like,
yeah.
he's huge. Try out.
Put him on the team. Come out to the treeouts, you big dumb bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, back then it was,
Yeah,
it
he was.
crazy.
Oh, he wasn't that big. 228.
Fort Valley State University.
Yeah, it's some
That's made
random.
up. That's from prison.
nuts.
That's from prison.
Peach County.
Fort Valley 6th round.
Dude.
So anyway, Greg Lloyd.
Yeah. So he was just like, because he was my lead defensive guy and the guy I would always blitz with, So I think I had like 20 sacks or
And
something.
you wrote down the stats?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was just way too into
Dude, I have those exact books too from NCAA because they wouldn't keep track of that shit on
Yeah.
the PS2 versions.
Yeah.
And I like write down U of A Rose Bowl versus Ohio State 38-48.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to write out the scores, full seasons.
Yeah, but you also did this like not even 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Bro,
I was just saying, I was like,
yeah. Well, like you had to because I didn't keep the stats, and I want to like know what
That's weird
happened.
that they wouldn't keep the stats.
Yeah, because it's an old game.
Have
Yeah.
you
Now the new one does.
Do you still play Madden? I imagine.
Yeah, sometimes I would get on Madden. Mostly I play NCAA though.
Oh, okay. Because I just recently, I hadn't played Madden in probably 10 years or so, and just recently got Madden 24, I think.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 different ways you can like catch the ball as a receiver now. There's like a whole fucking you got to do the skills and fucking other shit. I just went with the
Oh,
classic.
you can put it on classic.
No,
in the
exactly.
settings. Yeah.
Because you can like try all of them, and I'm just like, fuck all that. I'm just going to
Yeah,
go.
just wanna
Class.
run
I didn't
mesh.
want to dick around. As it was, I ended up doing pretty good, but I couldn't figure out the kicking because I didn't do any tutorial besides the catching but the kicking kind of threw me off because you're supposed to stop it up here and stop it like at another meter down here, and I didn't know that, so I was just click it at the top and then just let it go, and it was like bam, just like way off. I was getting all kinds of penalties. I was just like, what the fuck? I don't know.
It's like my golf
I
shots,
don't know how
dude.
to do it, and then it's one of those too, like where you figure out how to do it, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm retarded."
Dude, yeah, fourth quarter, I fucking figured it out. I was like, oh
God.
I gotta stop it on the way down too. Shit.
Dude,
It's not even that hard.
What
but
I
just
want
like-
to, I just thought of this while you were talking. Fucking when we had, okay, the acid trip, dude.
Yeah.
I want to know what your perspective is. So this is literally like when they said COVID's happening,
Yeah.
and then everybody was like, "That's not even a thing." This was literally March of 2020,
Yeah.
right?
We were still, I was like, we'll
And
see.
then you invited us over, and then your wife Tammy is like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Sure, I'll get down."
Yeah.
But did Clint ever tell you about what he did that night to me?
No. As it was, that was you guys, yeah, it was.
No,
Well,
yeah,
so
me-
as
What an
I
odd
remember
night
from that
anyways,
night was you were a fucking one-man joke machine all night.
Bro,
Fucking
you-
hitting
it
punchline
was so
after
funny.
punchline.
You came
after
out-
punchline.
You came out without your glasses on in like a new shirt.
Oh, was that night?
Yeah, you,
Yes.
like, you
Okay.
came out as like Jarrod, dude, is what we
Was
called
that,
you. We were like, this
was,
is, dude.
was that when we watched the fucking Wu-Tang?
the Wu-Tang thing? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I came. They
watch the Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
They cut the saga or whatever.
Yeah.
They everyone, the handful of people that were there also referred to it as New Shirt Jared.
Yeah, new
Because-
shirt, Jared.
Because I took a drag of your cigarette and was like, I went in my room, changed my shirt, like splashed my face, and was like, all right. And yeah, fucking was.
I
don't
remember
know,
you
feeling-
came outside and you literally looked like a new man, dude. And
You
you were
were
just
I
like,
felt like ass.
Like at one point, I
Complete ass
think you had
before that.
hair. Like at one point, I think you had a full head of hair. Like that's what. Like
It was a long night. I don't know.
Well,
It was
I remember 3 specific movies from that night, and also I'd never taken acid. I had no idea how it worked. I thought
think that was
everybody
the second
experienced the
time I'd
same
taken
thing.
acid.
We were sitting in your living room watching Spencer Confidential. You remember that movie? It was Post Malone was like had a cameo in it. Mark Wahlberg is in it, and then some big like lineman looking dude is like his sidekick. And Mark Wahlberg is talking to him. In the prison library to Post Malone. And Post Malone is on screen, and the second the acid hits, the first thing that I notice is that Post Malone's tattoos start crawling across his face like little caterpillars. And I look at all of you guys, you were in there. You were
I
in
don't
there,
remember
and I was
that at all.
like, did you guys just see that? And then all of you guys were like, what are you talking? Okay, no. And then I was like, huh. And then I started noticing the lights. The lights were like dimming and changing colors. And I was like, you guys aren't seeing this shit? And then everybody's looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. And then that's when I realized, oh, everybody experiences something different on acid.
Yeah.
And then we went out. I remember we were outside and the movie Heavy Metal 2000 was playing.
Okay,
Heavy Metal 2000 was playing.
I remember that, but I've seen that a couple times.
I'd never seen it. I knew like it was kind of like a cartoony movie, like space girls with huge jugs.
I remember one. I was looking at it, dude. I was like watching it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then he goes, "What, you like that?" And I went, "Cartoon tits?" No.
I like tits anyway.
Like, what the fuck is this? This guy.
80s cartoon tits.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
Yeah, you don't like.
What's wrong
loved
with
it.
you?
You like got on my ass about it. I was like, Jared,
So
shut the fuck up, dude.
So I think during somewhere in there, and during a bit of all that, like I said before, I was new shirt Jared. I was a bit of that. I was fighting for my life because
Wait,
I had also taken shrooms as well.
Oh my God! You
So-
doubled up.
So
Yeah, I was just
so
on the
it felt like the
troops.
top of my head at a certain point was gonna pop off. Like it just felt like I was gonna have like just I don't know, just something come and just fucking alien out my top of my head.
Right.
Felt super hot. Felt a lot of pressure up top and just like I didn't know what was going on. It
Yeah.
transferred to my stomach.
Okay.
My stomach felt like it was just going through something.
Oh, I
and I
remember
laid
that.
on the concrete. When you guys, that's when you guys were watching like the Wu-Tang at that point. And I was just laid out flat on the concrete because it was nice and cool, and I was just trying to fucking cool down.
I don't remember this at all.
No,
No, we might be getting two instances put together. I don't remember that at all.
No, well, you were outside the whole time.
I was inside a little bit of it. I remember there were tacos.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I do
So
remember
that's
him.
because that's all. So if
I remember you uking because I know I went to the bathroom and saw uke in the toilet, and then I just pissed and then flushed it.
that's
Well,
very
can't
possible.
waste
Well, I'm not
Jared's
gonna-
water.
So
Yeah,
also,
well, I'm not
yeah.
gonna flush twice too because I don't know if there was a line, and I want people to be like, "What is Clint putting out a meaner?" Dude?
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing?
So yeah, I'm pretty
Clint
sure that was,
dropping a meanie.
that was all the same night because those tacos. We got that party pack, right?
Yeah.
I was fucking getting after it because
hammering tacos.
Because I only had like 3 or 4 tacos, but 1 or 2 of them I put fucking just shrooms on them. I just fucking went bruh, and just went and just chomped it down with it. And I think I got like a little too fast and loose with them. And
Yeah.
and fucking yeah. So kind of since then but it's crazy because for as bad as I felt later on, I felt amazing. And like you guys said, I fucking felt on.
Life at the
I
party.
fucking
Yeah,
felt-
dude. You were like,
And so also what helped us
Like you were bouncing like group to group. You were hitting everybody with singers. You're like,
I-
"You need anything? Anybody want beer?" Like you were.
So I also
fucking
sat up and
on it.
took a drag of your cigarette. I remember that because I was laying on the concrete and you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. And I like rolled over and sat up and you're like, "Do you want to hit this?" And I was like, "Sure." And I was like, all right. And I don't usually fucking smoke cigarettes. And I was like,
Nicotine boost.
got a nice little buzz.
all right. And then that's when I think I went in and I
Probably you.
threw it up and
Yeah. That'll get it out.
splashed my face, changed my shirt, and was just like, fuck yeah, I feel good now. Like, I felt on it. And you know what's also funny is a lot of people, when they look in the mirror, because early on I had a couple of trips where looking in the mirror will send you down, like, kind of like, oh, fuck, look at my eyes, look at my fucking face and all this. But anymore, it kind of grounds me to see myself. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking A, I'm still me. I'm not. Nothing's fucking going on weird.
Yeah, for
All
me
right.
it was my hands, and I was looking at my phone too.
Yeah.
I was looking at my phone
your
a
phone.
little bit.
I don't know anymore. I can't.
Well, I looked at my phone, and then I switched it to my hand because I heard that that's what people did. I looked at my hand, and I was like, oh, okay, I kind of see what it is, and everything just like was like kind of moving, but I was still like there. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then okay. Heavy Metal 2000 is done playing. Now what's on is Color Out of Space, which was fucking freaky Nicolas Cage movie with like cows and horses mutilating and
They like
oh my
bonded
god,
together.
dude, he
or some
was
shit.
full Nicolas Cage in this movie, dude.
Oh yeah,
full.
No, he does. And you know what's funny? At one point, he does like a Trump impression. I swear to God.
I think at one point he does do like a
turns
Trump
it-
impression. And dude, it was so crazy. Yeah,
I don't know if I've watched that since then. Honestly, actually.
Neither have I. I haven't been brave enough.
I don't remember that. I think
But-
that's just because me and Tony were watching
Yeah, dude,
Wu-Tang
like
the
go
whole
up a little
time
bit,
outside.
Ty.
'Cause, yeah,
that
that
one
was
far
inside.
right.
Yeah.
The one far right there.
Yeah.
This is inside. This
Yeah.
is for inside people.
Yeah.
Seeing
Outside
that
people
shit.
are watching Wu-Tang Classic.
Exactly.
No, this was outside.
Was that outside?
This was on the
Okay.
outside TV.
Really?
Yes.
Then me and Tony took over at one point, and hey, everybody calm the fuck down. We're watching Wu-Tang.
Nah.
Maybe.
It might-
But
yeah, it might-
eventually,
almost must have been.
I remember just playing catch.
So yeah, I
playing
remember.
catch in the
so
backyard.
you came over. I just remember you coming over wearing like all nondescript black. Even your hat was just a nondescript black hat. And
Yeah.
I was like, and you came with a duffel bag, black duffel bag, and I was like, how is this guy not a narc? We're gonna do drugs with this guy right now. Yeah, how is he not a narc? And you're like, no, it's cool. I brought food for me and Clint. And I was like, so how are you guys not a couple? I was like, wait,
I think
what?
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
And so all that weird because Elias was there too, I think, right?
I don't know if Elias was there. I know Tony was there for sure.
Okay, because I think that might have been another time with Elias, but no, because I remember he was we were all kind of goofing on you guys, and because you guys started just in your own world playing catch in the
Yep.
backyard, and I remember him commenting on it, and that was also why there was like a couple different
God
groups
forbid
and like
two bros play catch.
I know, right?
Well, it was his idea, and I was like, sure. And then we were playing catch, and I was like, catch is actually like really calming, you know?
I was
Just throw
looking
'em
for
back and forth.
somebody for an hour to play catch
But then,
with.
so this
boy
this
can.
is what Clint did. So fucking Spencer Confidential, Post Malone's tattoos turned into caterpillars, like crawled all over his face. I'm seeing Heavy Metal 2000 just cascading tits of just like repeating tits looking like fractals. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. Color Out of Space. Nicolas Cage is just like,
I think
ugh.
honestly, this
I was just
night-
bouncing around everywhere, like kind of being weird because I'd never experienced it before. And also, I don't think I had ever been to your house yet.
Yeah, I don't
I think one other time, actually, I was, and I remember like Andrew Scott was there, Roy Reynolds, like
Oh, okay.
everybody was there.
That was
and
another
just,
night we were kind of.
we were just like drinking, and I was
think
just
at
drinking.
I think this point, I was already done with. I think I was actually just on the bruise.
No,
Bruise and
you
weed.
took acid with us.
No, I did not take. I did. If
I
anything,
watched you
took
take
shrooms.
it. I watched you take it. I watched Tammy hand out a tab to everybody, including you. You took one.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember the Spencer Confidential. I vaguely remember it
No,
with
I-
you talking about it, but I don't
I
remember
know
watching
that.
it at all.
It was playing in your living room.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember that. So then we're outside, and I am like, I'm having fun, and like, just like,
Shrooms.
like everything is like echoing. Lights are really bright. I feel great, you know.
Yeah.
But Tony and Clint start having a conversation around the bonfire because it was like a little chilly, you know. So there was bonfire going, and everybody's like chilling around the bonfire, and Tony and Clint are just having a conversation amongst themselves. I'm staring right at them. I'm just like,
You were
Okay.
at the bonfire. Me and Tony were watching
No,
the
this-
Wu-Tang thing.
okay, yes.
You were at the bonfire.
That happened before what I'm talking about. So, what Clint is referring to,
Oh no! Now I know what you're referring
yes.
to.
So Clint and Tony are over watching the Wu-Tang thing, and I'm like staring, just kind of like just peering over at them, and I'm like, okay, like really not thinking that much about it. And of course, like everybody has those thoughts in their head. I'm like, I bet they're talking shit. Just talking shit right now. And then Clint looks over at me and he goes, "We're not talking shit about you, Connor." And I was like, oh, fuck. It's like, he can read my thoughts. But it wasn't really like that. And so a few minutes later, everybody's chilling around the bonfire. He's talking with Tony again, like kind of whispering, and I can't hear them. And then they look at, what was your dog's name?
The bigger one, black,
Brown.
brown Butters. Well,
Yeah.
No,
we had just gotten Butters at that point, if
I think
even
it was,
then. Actually,
I think it was Butters then.
no, it
'Cause
wasn't
she was a little
Butters.
tiny
The one
puppy.
before Butters.
It had to have been Zoe.
No, not Zoe.
Fluff-
I think it was a brown dog.
It may have because we got Butters in like 2020, like March, April of 2020.
It wasn't Butters.
She was like a puppy. Like we
Yeah,
got her
it
from
wasn't
Manny.
a puppy.
Oh, no. I think it might have been a white dog.
It was an older dog.
You know what? That fluffier dog. That was
was it?
Amos. That was Elias's dog.
Oh, okay. So then
So
Elias
yeah,
was
he
there.
was. Yeah. 'Cause,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
No,
that
it
dog,
wasn't Amos.
it was a dog.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And they're talking to each other, and then they look at the dog, and they're like whispering things to the dog. And I'm like, are they fucking talking to this fucking dog right now? And I don't know what to think, so I'm like, acid makes you talk to dogs, and you can understand them. They're having a full-on conversation.
It was mushroom, dude. I know for a fact it was mushrooms. I've only done acid once.
And it was March of
No,
2020.
it wasn't. It was not then.
When was it then?
It was with Manny and Justin Pinzone.
No, that was the second time you did acid.
No,
then.
it wasn't, dude. I swear to you, I know. I've kept track of this.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Anyway.
yeah.
I know. I think you took acid.
I watched
did
you take it.
mushrooms.
I
only did
watched you put a
little bit
tab
of
in your mouth.
mushrooms. I didn't.
All right. Anyway, this has devolved into a friendship rivalry.
It's not a friendship rivalry. It is what it is. I didn't do it. I know what
You
I
took
did.
the same drug I took.
No, I didn't.
All right, fine,
I
whatever.
think you were on acid that night.
I was on acid.
Yeah, and I was on a little bit of shrooms with Tony. So
and
we could
so
watch
they
Wu-Tang.
were talking
That's
to
why
the
you guys
dog,
were just chilling.
Yeah.
and then they came up with like this. I thought that they could talk to the fucking dog, and then they came up with this whole idea. Tell him what the idea was about the dog.
Like everybody's like, "Hey, come here, come here." I forget the dog's name. I think it was like, I can't remember.
I keep wanting to say Craig, but it's
It
not
was like
Craig.
it was like a person's name.
It had
Like
to have
of
been
a dog.
names because our dogs
Yeah,
currently.
I mean,
we have the most
Not
dogs that we ever
currently.
had.
Do you
now.
have? Did any die recently?
No.
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 What's your oldest dog?
Sally? She's the tiny dachshund.
What's the
Yappy-ass
other one?
dachshund. Zoe would be the second oldest.
And then the other one?
Butters.
It might have been Butters.
But Butters at that point in 2020 was a puppy because she's 5 now.
Yeah, it might have been Butters.
So she was like fucking.
Yeah, and walking around and like we were people being like, "Come here, Butters, let me come here," and like and then Butters being like in his own mindset, being like,
It's like,
"Please help me." Who is Butters? I am no Butters. Like he's
Oh,
some
I vaguely
Mexican
remember
guy
you
that
giving-
got transformed into a dog by a witch and is like stuck in it.
I remember
I
you
used to
giving-
be I used to be a doctor in my country. Please help
I
me.
need to get to my family.
And that's
I
why he's just
remember you-
barking and
Oh, that's why. Okay. So we not
Figured
recently,
something out.
but yeah. So 3 years ago or something. Tommy, my brother-in-law, had a dog, Kirk.
Kirk.
And I remember you. Okay,
No, it's
that's
fucking
why.
Kirk.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why.
No, soy Kirk.
No, soy.
Yeah.
My name is Manuel. I need
My
to
name
get back
is
to my
Manuel.
home country.
I need to get
I
back
am
to
the
Guatemala.
greatest doctor in my homeland. I must get back to
I
my
was, like,
family.
racking my brain.
And
I'm
all
like,
of us are just like, come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. He's like, who is this puppy?
Please help me.
I am not Kirk. I need help. I need help immediately.
No, soy
Okay,
Kirk.
Just
yeah.
looking for help with everybody. And,
Yeah.
dude, that would send me into a tailspin.
no shit. Okay, that's totally why. Because I was
Me
like,
and Tony were on the floor laughing at that, dude. That was such a funny bit, but it's like, you can't, like, how do I
was
word
hilarious.
that?
Yeah.
You know, like, that's such a good idea, but, like, that has to be, like, that's like a fucking
Yeah.
sketch idea.
That was like
Like,
ringing
that's
the gong for
that's
COVID,
like
dude.
Kirk.
That was like the last really, really fun day that I ever had. That was over 5.5 years ago.
no shit. Oh.
Ugh.
But that's totally why. Because I was like, not recently, and I was like trying to think. I was like, he was tan, and so that's why I was like trying to think.
Kirk.
But yeah,
Kirk.
that's totally why. Okay,
Damn, that's
I
so
hadn't thought
perfect.
about. Yeah, and I hadn't
it's
thought about.
Kirk.
It had to have
It's
been
like
like 3 years
Kirk.
ago.
El Kirk? No.
Nah.
My name is Manuel.
No, Kirk.
Yo soy Manuel. I am a great surgeon in my homeland.
Do you want a treat, Kirk? Porque?
Porque no? I do not need comida.
Okay, it smells pretty good, I think.
I take.
Yeah, that was a really fun night,
I
man.
take.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah,
for
no,
inviting
that was,
us over.
That was a good time.
Yes.
That was yeah.
Oh, fuck. How long have you been playing the drums for?
Well, since I was 6, but
Damn.
I know to say that I should be a lot better than I am.
Do you practice a lot?
Like twice a week maybe.
Okay.
So I mean, I've gotten better, but I'm still. I don't know. I especially being in a band, I need to.
Yeah. How's the
I hear
Cosmic
other
Corner
people
Store
play, and
doing?
they're like, "Oh, I don't know. I picked this up like a couple years ago." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, fuck you!" You know, like
What?
I don't know. Zin.
Fucking piss missile.
This. What flavor is this?
Those are
Is that
smooths.
just a- Have you? I think I had dashed you about this a little while ago. But have you tried the canna dips?
Yes.
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Justin used to bring those around.
See, I was trying to get somebody so that I could try one, and everyone's like, "No, I haven't heard of those." Like, almost making me feel a little crazy. Like, they're like, "No, what are you talking about? I've never heard of such a thing."
Yeah, he used to give me those, and I just like put in 2, have a Zen up here, and just be like,
Womp, womp,
So
womp.
are they? It's like an edible kind of body high, or
no, it's CBD, so it's really
Okay.
calming, really chill. You know, you're just kind of like, whatever, you know. And then with the Zen, you're like, hey,
hey, whatever.
Ooh, let's
yeah, they're
start
really
the day.
nice.
That's because I've thought about trying them.
Yeah,
and
Canada Dips, it really doesn't like fuck with you or anything.
Okay.
It's really chill.
That's cool.
It's
Yeah.
mellow.
But the Zins are
Zins,
more of a kind
Don't
of.
do Zins.
do you?
I don't like tobacco
Don't do
hardly
nicotine.
anyway, so
Okay.
not really.
If you're not doing nicotine and you have no reason, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
So the only time I would smoke cigarettes even was when I was drinking, and this was probably like once again like 10 years ago. I'd just be like, "Oh, that cigarette looks good." See somebody else
Yeah.
smoking, you're like,
Stick with
"Can I
that.
just get a drag of that?" Like just.
You're in the golden
And then
zone.
that would fucking just send me spending more than weed ever has or any
Yeah.
other. It's like, woo.
That's what we
fucking-
call the golden zone.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be.
At all times. That's
See, what
that's where I
happens-
am at all times. You know that part in Red Dead Redemption where you like take in too
The
much
fucking
dip
red
and
eye?
it's just like, whoa, that's what it's like. You're like,
You're
No
on the
shit.
you're on the turtle whirl in fucking Sandlot.
yeah. It's like, just trying to focus. You got too much focus on you. You're like,
No shit.
yeah, dude. If you put one of these in right now, I guarantee you throw up.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
I-
Six is too much. We gotta get him like a 2 milligram zone.
Yeah. 2 milli. 2 milli willy.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tried the snus back in the day. That's how long it's been since I even tried a fucking little pouch.
yeah, I used
Well-
to do those. Those are nice. No. That's snus.
Loose.
Oh, no, that's snus, but like the tobacco pouches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
That's
do
what I'm
they?
thinking.
Why do we do that?
What
That's
is
what I feel like with drug stuff, like tobacco, alcohol, all that. Around the world, we should all just call it the same thing,
so what is
so
there
nobody
something else
gets
that's-
confused.
Is there another snus or snooze?
Yeah, there's one that goes up the nose called snus.
Yeah. Remember
It's
like
in, like,
Inglorious
Sweden.
Bastards? She's just like,
They like
Oh,
legit
well, that's-
like snort tobacco.
which is so crazy.
It's
yeah.
nuts,
Dude,
I don't know,
anything
like-
besides air that goes up my nose sucks.
Yeah, I don't know like how that works too. Like,
You just,
are they like packing their nose,
I-
or like is it like go
I
to
think
the
it, like,
back of
goes-
your throat,
yeah, like back of your throat kind of
or
thing.
like into your sinus and just stay there, which
It's
is
got
insane.
because so I'll say this: I have done coke one time and didn't particularly enjoy it. Didn't really even feel anything. I just felt like I wanted to drink more,
yeah,
and I couldn't breathe out of my one nostril. I
Yeah.
was just like, this is kind of shitty. Now I can't breathe out of that
getting the-
nostril, and
getting the
I want to
drip.
drink. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ty,
Fuck
look
this.
up an image of Lynn Bias. No, like, I get into that conversation.
I
again.
used to snort Xannies all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, I was a Xanny snorter. I would snort just any pill and like I would like smoke them off of tinfoil, shit like that.
That's hard.
Back in the day, I've told you this before.
I know, but every time it's still
yeah,
jarring.
yeah, I stopped
Tinfoil
doing
is
that.
Nuts.
And there's like this like sinus drip you get where you're like,
The only time tinfoil was ever used in my drug use was if a bowl for weed was just too wide and it kept just going through. and
You poke a
and
couple
I
little
didn't
holes
have
with
a
a toothpick.
Yeah.
I didn't have a fucking screen, so I
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
make
yeah,
a
I've been there.
screen.
right.
Yeah, because it's also a homemade bomb.
Oh, also going back to that one night, with what also kind of was the little sus on your part is the only weed that you brought was in a little tiny tied up baggie, like some kind of.
Oh, I
narc,
remember that. It
and
was
you kept
tied-
calling it marijuana. No,
It was tied
It's
like 7,000 times. I remember
I was
that,
like, who
and you
brings?
kept
It
trying
was like
to
this
untie
tiny little
it.
bit of weed,
I remember this. You kept trying to untie
like half a
it,
gram of
and I
weed tied up
snatched
I
in
don't
it.
remember this at all.
I snatched it from you and just ripped it open, and you're like, "What'd you do that for? You have been here for 3 hours."
I don't remember that at
You
all.
don't, yeah, you pull.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Was
I
it
got
like
some
in
weed.
a tiny little drawstring?
No,
No.
like a tiny tied up like sandwich bag.
Yeah, and you tied it like 19 times. Like it was like impossible to untie. Like that's how many
That
times
was hilarious.
I
I was
A
like,
tied
what?
up
Like, that's
sandwich bag.
that's the weed you brought? Like,
Not a sandwich
what?
bag, but like
Like a grocery bag?
No, like a little sandwich baggie, but you had like the corner
loose
of it
one,
tied
not
up
like a Ziploc,
like-
the loose sandwich bag.
yeah, like
Oh.
5 or 6 times, and I was like,
Oh yeah, one of those
what
that
do
you
you-
roll over
Yeah.
a bunch.
but you had to, like,
I think I do
nodded,
remember
like
that.
It
3,
was
4,
a
5 times.
fucking knot, dude. It was,
I was like, what?
Well, I didn't want the dogs to smell it.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
fuck it. And you're like, why did you do that? It was like, you can't do that. What do you
I don't
mean?
even remember you doing that.
That's
Yeah, and I
that's what
remember you were mad because you were like, maybe I wanted to take some of that hub. And I went, bro, there's 20 people here. You're not taking any of that
the
hub.
fucking bowl. Like,
I was like, you brought it. It's gone.
Well, for me, that would have lasted a week.
Yeah, but
I took like a hit a
yeah,
day.
it could have lasted any of us there a week. Any one of us. Yes, there's 20
Well,
people
I didn't
there.
know. I didn't know.
No,
I
I just
know.
remembered that. I just
drinking
recalled that
brews,
back, and I was
smoking-
like, that was hilarious.
Dude, I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember many of the movies, but I do remember that because I
Yeah.
thought that was
I
hilarious.
specifically remember those 3 movies.
I remember
Because I tried to
We
turn
also
that
watched
night.
the Rob Zombie cartoon because I remember you, or that might have been another time that you.
No, that was a different time.
that
'Cause
was-
the one where you were on my ass. That Rob Zombie cartoon, because there was tits on the screen. And I'm looking at it, and then I was like, "What the fuck is like?"
Like, why do you always show me
what is it?
cartoon
and then,
tits?
yeah,
I go-
and then you know it was the first time, and then you looked over at me and went, "Yeah, you like that,
Yeah,
Clint?"
yeah, yeah.
And I went, "Jared, it's cartoon tits. What? Do you like that?" And then I went, looked at your brother-in-law. I went, "I know you like that." I just got on it. I just instantly went on the defensive because it was like my 3rd comic party ever.
Right.
So I was like, "Hey, fuck everybody. I'm not hard right now."
You're not gonna join this circle jerk over fucking.
I'm not hard right now while wearing the tightest pants of your life and having a boner. I'm not hard right
Not
now.
hard.
Oh, fuck.
Gray sweatpants for no reason.
I would never go out in public.
Oh,
in gray
fuck, dude.
sweatpants.
But how's Cosmic Corner Store doing?
They're all right. So we were actually supposed to play a like this kind of festival last weekend or 2 weeks ago. I think it was
Some
2 weeks
weekends ago.
Well, so yeah, it was 2 weekends ago. They were supposed to be open. They were supposed to be for this grand opening of this bar. They used to be the Runway Bar at one point, and then it was Hush Social Club. And it was going to reopen. It actually is still reopening, I think, as Miss Lee's Bar and Grill. But they were going to have like the grand opening and have like a 2-day like Tucson Music Meet Yourself Festival.
Okay.
And turned out that Thursday the liquor permit didn't go through. So that Saturday, with it being that close, it's kind of questionable anyways to doing it that close. But it was also kind of all last minute anyways. So that fell through. So they rescheduled the Saturday bands because there was probably, I don't know, 6 to 7 bands that were supposed to play that day. And so that all just kind of went out the window. But they got other people for the Sunday, slotted for Sunday on at Encore. And so we checked that out, and it was all right. I went there like 4:00, and there wasn't many other. There was like maybe 2 other like people set up because there was supposed to be like all these vendors and like a food truck and like all this stuff. And then for as big as Encore was, it was maybe took up like half of Encore at that.
Okay.
And I really only saw the Cowtown Punks, which they're like, they're Guttertown. They're called Guttertown, and they play cowpunk, is what it is.
Okay.
I get them mixed up.
That's a bad band name for what they play.
Guttertown,
Guttertown.
and they play cowpunk.
What's cowpunk? Is country
Like
punk?
cowboy
Cowpunk
punk,
is like country punk,
Okay.
I guess like
kind of like bluegrass punk.
Really fast banjo is
Yeah,
what I'm getting.
yeah.
Okay.
Like aggressive
Eight.
bluegrass.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What is
solid.
it? The Devil violin song. Devil Goes Down to Georgia.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
songs like that.
Kind,
Okay.
yeah. That's
Okay.
That's a little bit more. Yeah. I mean.
Okay.
Nailed it.
And I mean, in that region. So, and then after that, they had, I can't remember this, Alex or something, this guy that played guitar for, I don't know, at least for probably 45 minutes just by himself playing to backing tracks. and I thought that was we kind of thought that was going to be like in between. Sounds like
Oh my God.
struggling
There's a
to get
dog
out.
under my
That
ass,
was a
dude.
4. I mean,
Smells a 10.
I hate it.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
no.
to go to the Patreon soon.
Yeah, we are gonna have to go to the Patreon.
What
soon.
does that mean? Go to
You're gonna.
We're gonna fuck around on the Patreon, and people are gonna pay for it.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, you last night you texted me. It was like we're gonna go Patreon, and you'll fight for us or something. I was like,
No, you're gonna
What?
fight us.
fight us, yeah. And I was like, wait, huh? I was like, what?
I mean,
yeah.
You say that you can beat the champion, which is my champion, Tony Brune.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I'm his manager. And
Okay.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
heard you saying that you can beat him.
So.
I've heard it.
So it's hilarious because I've played the current,
And
at least the
I-
current wrestling like
I
twice.
don't think it's possible for you to even come close to beating him. So we'll see what happens when you fight me and Connor.
Well,
today
the
in
plus for
ring.
Jarrod is that he doesn't have to get up and go towards the screen to play.
Yeah.
Exactly. That
Big
is
Right.
plus. Big plus.
Fucking stand in front of the screen.
Comfort of his own.
I've played
couch.
games with Tony before.
That's his ace in the hole.
Cover the whole screen.
Yeah.
What? I can't see you. Sorry, I didn't know you were there.
like, oh, dude, what? Yeah. So yeah, I've played a bit of wrestling, but honestly, not all that much. Even I think before he had just gotten just after that tournament, he went and got 2025 WWE 2025.
Oh,
and
so he's learning.
He's
yeah, well,
learning.
so yeah, he's
trying
but
to defend.
he's played almost every year of them, but I hadn't really I kind of played it with him a few times in the earlier ones, and the mechanics are pretty much the same. So I mean, I know what to do, but a lot of the chain wrestling and stuff I'm not quite great at. But I mean,
Well, you'll work for the tournament.
yeah. So I mean, I
So
feel
you're
like
better than us. That's for damn sure.
yeah, so I feel like and seeing the people who went up and were like, wait, how do I get in the ring? Like it's just like, all right.
Dude, that's me. I'm like, how the fuck do you end
The
in the
first
ring?
round was tough, but
They
hey,
figured it out. They figured it out.
this has been Jarrod Martin on the Waiting for Mike show.
Hey guys, welcome to Waiting for Mics. This is Jarrod Martin. Jarrod, do you have anything you want to plug? Do you have a Cosmic Corner Store show coming up?
We are.
No, we're still in.
I think the next we're playing the Brick Box, which used to be Thunder Canyon Brewery.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
We're playing there. I have the date. I think it's December 12th. I don't remember.
Ooh, December
Something
12th.
like
Man, I have
that.
to do a comic takeover.
Yeah.
Can we mosh to your music?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
or is it too proggy to mosh?
it's too.
Is it too proggy to mosh?
It's slightly proggy, but we're getting
Do
more
like
and more
two
rocky.
mosh songs and then try to start a wall of death.
No, we couldn't do a wall of death, I don't think, but we could
There's
kind of.
40 people, a wall of death could be made. I mean, it'd be
That's
kind of
true.
like Red Rover, but
Yeah, but then a third of your crowd would be discombobulated.
yeah, but it'd be fun.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah.
So that's in December, and I'm kind of looking for the date there. But I am also doing a show at
Can you guys make us an
So
intro?
it's for the official plug on that. It says waiting for final confirmation, but a December gig at Brickbox on December 5th.
December 5th.
So
December 5th.
Okay.
be there
Be on
for
the
that.
watch out, Brickbox.
Okay, you got me.
But before that, in October, doing Cafe Passe, October 10th, 10/10, with Stephanie Leonga, Luis Labrion,
Labouine.
Jenkins is putting that on.
Nice.
No, it should be a real good show. I'm trying to think of who else is on that. I just saw the fucking flyer for it too. But so that should be a good time. I haven't been to Cafe Passe since they redid the outside, but that's all. I've always liked that back patio when they had the open mic there.
Yeah.
It was always a good time. It's a nice atmosphere and
Yeah.
kind of just a good spot. It kind of felt like an old train station like back in the Old West train station back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it looks a little bit more modern from what I've seen, but it still should be a real good time. And I was disappointed because we were supposed to do that. I think that was last month, and then it was the weirdest thing. Just we all showed up, and
Oh, yeah, I heard
nobody
about
was
that.
there.
Nobody was there.
I mean, you would think a Friday night they're not gonna. A bartender, somebody's not gonna come down and open up. Like, just nope. The Friday night, fuck it, we're not.
And I heard that they didn't even tell Jenkins that they weren't going to be there.
Oh yeah, no, there was no word, and apparently there was a whole miscommunication. His contact had left like a couple weeks to like a month before, and so I don't know. He thought everything was still in motion, but it apparently somebody dropped the ball, and
motherfuckers. Dude.
But it was just so weird that like nobody was there. Like I kept waiting for like an employee to show up to open it because they're even supposedly open up like midday, and then they close for like a couple hours to clean and like change shit over.
They take an Italian siesta.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, there's that upstairs. Who knows what they,
eating pasta.
Yeah, whatever you do.
Eating pasta at the cafe, pasta.
Yeah.
Do you have any other shows?
No, you can.
Okay.
I'm usually at the Mint on Tuesdays or the Music Box. Those are the two mics I try to go to during the week. If no other mics, usually those two. Otherwise, I'll try to hit up Bumstead's on Wednesday, or God forbid, Laughs sometimes. If I'm really itching for 3 minutes and waiting for 40 people.
Love it.
Yeah.
Clint, you got any shows?
I'm in a contest at Laughs. You should go there because I'll be in one of the following rounds. Not this coming Thursday, but I think the next Thursday.
Nice.
I'm in it. So,
Yes. This coming Thursday, I will also be.
but that would be when
the
this
competition.
episode comes out. This coming Thursday. So
Yeah.
come to Laughs on Thursday. I'll be on a contest.
Yes.
Laugh when I'm up, even if I'm not funny, so that way I can make some money.
This episode will be out after this Thursday, so come to Laughs regardless. But September 12th, doing the Gong Show with Jenkins is hosting that, I believe.
I think so.
Gong Show, 7 p.m. Cafe Passe. October 4th. Going to be at. Let's see what I forgot to write here. Let's see. October 4th. Let's see. Rich Show, Park Ave Events. Okay, it's going to be at like probably 8 o'clock or something like that. Rich Gary is hosting October 4th, Park Ave Events. And November 1st at Your Mom's House Bar. It's going to be at 7 o'clock.
What's
Used to be
your
Jeff's
mom's
Pub.
house bar?
Used to be Jeff's Pub
Used to be
over
Jeff's
on Camino
Pub.
Seco and Broadway.
Did Tom Segura buy it?
No, it's just called
Yeah.
Your Mom's House. I do also have a show in December, but that I forgot to get the details on it, and I can't remember who messaged me, so I'm probably not even going to be on that show anymore. Yeah.
Not after they see this. No.
Not after they see this.
All right.